Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960 747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The Happy World of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. Government projects 53.67% reduction of maize for grain. The Mambwe Town Council commences the grading and gravelling of roads. Kenya scraps bread attacks as protesters tear gassed. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, I'm Hebet Mutabi. Government has revealed that it conducted a crop forecast survey which shows that the country has recorded a total net deficit of 2,137,183 metric tons of maize equivalent. Delivering a ministerial statement in Parliament today, Minister of Agriculture Mtolo Piri says that the reduction in food production in the 2023-2024 farming season is as a result of the El Nino weather phenomenon, which has affected the region. The minister says that the projected production figures for maize for grain is expected to reduce by 53.67% to 1,511,143 metric tons compared to last year's 3.3 million tons. Meanwhile, the minister says that the government is implementing a national drought response plan through humanitarian assistance, restoration of production capacity, building resilience for the future. He added that, among other measures, import duty on importation of maize has been suspended.
Overall, the country has a total net deficit of 2,137,183 metric tons of maize equivalent. Madam Speaker, I'll repeat this. The country has a total net deficit of 2,137,183 metric tons of maize equivalent. Madam Speaker, when we add maize, rice, sorghum, all the crops that I've mentioned, we put them together and put them in the equivalent of maize, and they give us that deficit in maize equivalent.
Science and Technology Minister Felix Mutati has underscored the importance of technology in national development, especially in improving the performance of all the sectors. Speaking when he officiated a public lecture of the future of artificial intelligence, AI, in Africa at Lusaka University, Mr. Mutati indicated that technology has proven to be a catalyst of development across the world. The minister said the use of artificial intelligence in revenue collection is significantly contributing positively to the manner the country is adhering to its set targets. He has further advised the lecturers at the university to embrace the digital technological innovations by incorporating them in their style of delivering lessons.
And the point I'm simply making, that AI is here to stay, but much more critical, that AI produces results. AI is helping this economy to collect revenue, and AI is indispensable. We have seen the evidence from January. We have also seen evidence from the young boys who are also working on various platforms powered by AI.
The Action Institute for Policy Analysis Center, IPAC, is dismayed by the discriminatory job advert published by Keda Zambia Ceramics Company Limited. Organization Executive Director Solomon Ngoma says that the advert, which stipulates a specific gender, age, and marital status requirements, is a clear violation of human rights and goes against the principles of equality and fairness. Mr. Ngoma says his organization strongly condemns the advert and demands that Keda Zambia Ceramics Company Limited withdraws it immediately and issues an apology for their discriminatory actions. He has also called on the relevant authorities, including the Zambia Human Rights Commission and the Ministry of Labor, to take immediate action against the company and ensure that such incidents are prevented in the future. Mr. Ngoma says that the advert is a stark reminder of the lack of effective enforcement of laws and regulations aimed at protecting vulnerable groups from discrimination. He has since urged all stakeholders to join his organization in condemning the discriminatory adverts and demanding action from the relevant authorities.
APAC strongly condemns this advert and demands that Keda Zambia Chemicals Zambia Company Limited withdraws its advert immediately and issues an apology for their discriminatory actions. We also call upon the relevant authorities, including the Zambia Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Labor, to take immediate action against the company and ensure that such incidents are prevented in future. This advert is a stark reminder of the lack of effective enforcement of laws and regulations aimed at protecting vulnerable groups from discrimination. It is unacceptable that law enforcement agencies have failed to take action against such blatant discrimination.
The Mambwe Town Council has commenced the grading and gravelling of roads within the district on 1st November 2023, and that the works on the project are progressing well. Assistant Public Relations Officer Grace Lungu says that the project is being implemented under force account basis using the 2023 Constituency Development Fund, CDF, at a total cost of 1.5 million kwacha. Ms. Lungu says that this, in simple terms, means the local authority procures the materials and engages a skilled labor force to carry out the works. She says so far, the spot gravelling on 10 kilometers of Kawaza via Nsefu Road, 15 kilometers of the Chikoa Road, 2.5 kilometers of the old Mambwe Research Road, as well as the 1.5 kilometers of the Chibebe Road have already been worked on and completed accordingly. Ms. Lungu says works are ongoing and expected to be conducted in all the 15 wards of Malambo constituency in Mambwe district. In other news trending this evening, National Road Fund Agency NRFA Board Chairperson Noah Onkoma has assured that the agency will address accumulated dates owed to the contractors as cited in the Auditor General's report for the financial year ending December 31st, 2017 to 2022 before the year ends. Government says it will this year award outstanding public service institutions during commemoration of Africa Public Service Day. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, says it has economically empowered 50 million women in the region. Speaking at credence of the Rwanda High Commissioner to Zambia today, COMESA Secretary General Chileshe Kapwepwe says this was achieved through the regional 50 African Women Speech Project launched in Rwanda in 2020. She says this digital project enabled women to access real-time information on financial and non-financial services.
It works closely with all member states, embassies that are accredited to COMESA. We have assisted our member states in their pursuit of economic growth in several ways. Allow me to highlight some of the areas in which the Secretariat has supported Rwanda. In trade sector, Rwanda is one of the countries implementing, as you stated, Your Excellency, the simplified trade regime and has rolled out the Authorized Economic Operator Program. Rwanda is also implementing the electronic single window as well as the COMESA Digital Free Trade Area. The Secretariat has provided support to carry out a study on the impact of priority non-tariff barriers and restrictions to trade in Rwanda.
And speaking at the same event, Rwandan High Commissioner to Zambia, Emmanuel Bogigo, says his country has benefited greatly from COMESA. He added that through COMESA implemented projects, his country has achieved cross-border trading.
Indeed, through COMESA, Rwanda particularly has benefited from many projects. To mention but a few, the COMESA Great Lakes Trade Facilitation Project, which allowed Rwanda to establish trade information desk offices in Rusizi, Rubavu, and the Bugarama borders, and thus greatly facilitating cross-border trade between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In foreign news, Kenya's government has scrapped some proposed taxes in this year's controversial financial bill after a public outcry. The announcement by MPs came as police fired tear gas and used a water cannon to try to disperse angry protesters in the capital, Nairobi. The Parliamentary Finance Committee has asked what would have been a 16% levy on bread, as well as higher taxes on cooking oil and mobile money services. Since coming to office in 2022, President William Ruto has introduced several new and unpopular taxes with the aim of eliminating the country's national debt of nearly $80 billion. Here's a roundup from the BBC for other world news stories.
As protesters in Kenya gather to oppose a new finance bill, the government has backed down and announced the scrapping of some proposed taxes. It says it's listening to Kenyans struggling with the rising cost of living. Will Ross reports. There's been condemnation in Italy of a parkour runner who damaged a building in the ancient city of Matera, a World Heritage Site. Parkour involves acrobatic running, jumping, vaulting and swinging from obstacles, usually in urban areas. The UN Human Rights Chief says civilian deaths in armed conflicts around the world rose 72% last year. Volker Turk said data collected by his office indicated the proportion of women killed doubled and that of children tripled.
In sports news, New Zealand Super Rugby player Conor Garden Bachop has died at the age of 25. Garden Bachop died in Christchurch following a medical event on Monday, New Zealand Rugby said. The winger's father, Stephanie Bachop, played for Samoa and New Zealand, and his mother, Sue Garden Bachop, played for the New Zealand women's team, the Black Ferns. He was the nephew of scrum half Graham Bachop, who played for the All Blacks. We now have the evening weather report. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Southern province, few clouds, hazy, slightly windy and mild to warm. Maximum temperature will range between 23 degrees Celsius and 28 degrees Celsius. The evening will be clear, slightly windy and mild to cool. Western, northwestern, Copperbelt, Luapula, northern, Muchinga, eastern, Lusaka, and the central provinces, the evening will be clear, slightly windy and mild to cool. Ends the evening weather report.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Government projects 53.67% reduction of maize for grain. The Mambwe Town Council commences the grading and gravelling of roads. Kenya scraps bread tax as protesters tear-gassed. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Herbert Mutabi.